everyone. Hi, this is Shri here, and we are back again with the initiative called Manthan. आप आप सबकी lot of your energies are supporting us, and again, I have a set of new questions today. So we will be talking with a mistake again today, and we'll be answering answering the questions with a touch of practicality, a touch of energy, a touch of spirituality, and a lot more to explore. So start sharing the videos as much as you can and start asking your questions, posting your questions in the comment section. We're just going to begin in a minute. Hi, this is Shri here, and I would now want to invite the Mystic Master, Sri Viral Manik. His journey has been a very wonderful journey in spirituality. It's been almost 20 years that he's been into this space. And once you talk to him, you will know what I am talking about. So I invite him here. Welcome to the show, sir. Manthan with a mystic. And I already have a set of questions for you. So I there is a little bit of network issue. I guess you're a little blurred. Could you just
Yeah,
hi
I'm
Purnima?
okay.
Yeah, much better. So the first question for today, sir, आज शायद बहुत सारे questions हैं जो love के ऊपर है. Maybe because Krishna Janmashtami is coming in, तो हो सकता है सारी प्यार के questions actually आए हुए हैं. I have a beautiful question from Mr. Dinesh. He is asking, how do you know if you are spiritually compatible with someone?
Am I audible? Am I visible properly?
Yeah, you're visible, you're audible. We are all waiting. Hi,
See,
Rajasri.
see the spiritual compatibility has to be with oneself, and the spiritual compatibility has to be with the God.
Sir, you're frozen. You're coming a little delay.
Yeah, I understand that. That's what I ask. Is it
Now better.
so? Let me.
I'll just ask the audience. Guys, are we all audible clearly and visible? Because,
There's some technical hitch. I'll just resolve it.
okay. So we'll be
Yeah,
taking up
everything
the
is fine.
questions. Just give us a moment. The first question that right now we have taken is, how do you know if you're spiritually compatible with someone? This is a question by Mr. Dinesh, and he wants to know the answer.
The simplest thing is you need to be compatible with yourself, and you are the God. If you are compatible with yourself and you realize the God, that is the highest level of compatibility you can have with the universe and all that is within the universe. So you should be focusing on to be compatible, to be actually moving towards the God. And moving towards the God is the ultimate one. It is not your God. It is not some religious God. It is the divine power that is controlling, and that is not even controlling, that is in an autonomous state operating in this universe.
Sir, you're not audible.
There is a delay. I don't know. The internet is perfect, but there is some issue.
Could you
Let me
just
resolve
log
it.
out and log in again? Maybe that could help. We are actually, the questions are just
I'll do
pouring
that.
in. So if you could just, guys, just hold on. We're just trying to fix the technical hitch. Please stay with us.
Am I okay now?
Much better, much better. So the question that we have taken right now is, how do you know if you're spiritually compatible with someone? Was a question by Mr. Dinesh. So The mystic was answering the question right now. Sir, do you want to say something more about it?
No, very simple. You need to be compatible. The signal is getting lost. I don't know.
I think it's because of the rains or something.
No, no, nothing to do with the rains.
Do you want to come in with, if, I mean, are you on your system? Can you come in with your mobile or something? Is it possible?
Let me check.
Because I have a lot of questions out here waiting.
Let me check if I can come with my cell phone.
You could just try if you could manage. So we have a couple of questions. Mr. Royden has actually posted a question, so we can try and take that up. Or is it because of the system or something? Guys, just hang on. There is a technical hitch. ये होता है. We are, I mean, we're dependable on technology, so sometimes just bear with us. You can share the questions as I mean, till then you can keep posting your questions. This is an interactive session, so we would want your input, we would want your question, so that um, more people can be enlightened about what is the real truth. Because we're going to come with real truth. Yahan pe, it's not going to be uh, it's not going to be censored. Everything has to, it will be the truth. So we have a couple of more questions, and as I was talking that this, I think because Janmashtami is coming in, so lot of questions about love, relationship. I think this is beautiful. Sir, you're wonderful. I mean, I guess this is a better option. Please come into the camera and okay. Come a little more closer. It's okay. You're a little far away from the camera. Are we all audible now? Okay. We have a wonderful question from Mr. Royden. Thank you, Royden James. Thank you for saying that is perfect. Okay. We have a beautiful question from Royden. He says, can you please talk about ego death? He says it has happened with him.
Ego death.
Sir, I think there are two systems on of yours. So you need to switch off one system.
I'll do that. Is it good now?
Yeah, super.
I'm so
We had
sorry.
like, as if there is a Akashwani coming, like there was an echo. Is it good now? Is it good now? Is it good now? This actually shows that yes, the Mystic Master is live. We are getting sound effects.
Okay, let's focus on the point. What is the question?
Uh, please talk about ego death. He says it has happened to him.
So I think he is a better person to speak about the ego death if it has already happened to him. Ego death is a very simple thing, that the identity that who I am, the ahankar is my akar. Aham akar. Akar in the sense of the body, akar in the sense of the self, akar in the sense of your thoughts and emotions and the combination of beliefs that you carry. All that akar gets dissolved. You no longer are an individual, you are a collective consciousness, and there is no death as such. It is a transition from the ego state to the spiritual state.
Royden, have you got your answer? Is it satisfactory enough? Then we go to the next question. Purnima, is it audible now? Okay. So we have another question. It says this person is asking, what is a spiritual romantic relationship? What is a spiritual romantic relationship? And does it really exist?
The spiritual romantic relationship is a romance that Krishna had with his entire world. The
Oh,
spiritual romantic relationship is actually you are meeting with your own feminine energy if you are a male. And if you are a feminine, you are meeting your own inner male energy. That is the highest level of any romance that you can feel. And that is a merger of two energies, one male and one female within oneself. So that's the power of this energy. That's the meeting and merging of Ida and Pingla. And Pingla Nadi is all about the thriving energy, and Ingla Nadi is all about the subtle energy, the feminine side of the energy. And when both energies are in a perfect balance, that is the highest romance that we can experience within ourselves. And then the rising of the Susumna Nadi automatically happens, and that is where you merge with the divine. You no longer have any individual identity remains, your body remains, but your individual identity dissolves and you become embodiment of the divine energy. That is the highest state of romance, and that is a spiritual romance.
we need to remove the mic.
Yes. No, it's not happening because of Mike. I've stopped it.
It's not happening here also.
Yeah, good. चलिए आगे
Sorry,
बढ़िए.
guys. Okay. So Royden says that maybe it's not ego death. He feels that his center of awareness has become distracted or it's occupied. He feels he's a clairsentient.
That's wonderful.
Clairsentient.
And then more and more powers are being activated in human beings in this time. And the current consciousness is actually facilitating uh, the the spiritual development of every human being. And the consciousness level is rising of the earth as well as all humans. And we are transcending into the next level where these powers that we talk about will become a natural power, as we can see, hear, talk, and perceive things from the five senses. And these powers will become as natural as our five senses in the future. And all humanity is getting transcended. And those who wish to transcend faster, they can do so in this time. Yes, Shri, another question, please.
Yes. Uh, how do I spiritually connect with my partner? And do I trust people who say that there is twin flame and there is soulmate?
First of all, first question: how do I strike
How do I
what?
spiritually connect with my partner?
Can you put that question on the? Is it there with you?
No, he sent it on WhatsApp here.
Okay, okay, okay. So how do you spiritually connect? Correct? Can
I
you
can
repeat the
type it
question?
if you want.
Can
How
you?
do I spiritually connect with my partner is the question. And his second question, the continuity to the question is, Do I trust people who say that there is twin flame and soulmates?
How do I spiritually connect with my partner? So, to spiritually, actually, when you are spiritually connected, only then you become partners. Whichever partner you are with, you are definitely spiritually connected. Without that, you cannot have a partner or a companion or a husband or a wife, because these are the relationships which are very crucial and important in our spiritual growth. So the connection is already there, because of that you meet. Now, the kind of a relationship that you share, you may like it, you may not like it. If you don't like it, then it is a question of reflection within yourself. So, suppose a partner is there, which is a very disturbing partner for you, then he comes to you to reflect on yourself and to improve those aspects within you which needs a correction, which needs a enhancement of the energy. This reminds me of a currently I watched a movie called Darling on Netflix, where a protagonist, Alia Bhatt, she happened to have a very bad partner, and she used to get abused physically and got tortured till the point she decided to take it head on and change from within. For the storyline, whatever happened was okay, the part of it. But in reality, one day she realizes that whom am I asking the respect from? I need to respect myself. That was a wonderful dialogue that every woman should realize and every male should realize. And then the aspect came at last when a question of revenge came, abusing the partner in the same way. Then she realizes that I'm doing the same thing as my partner did with me. So what is the difference? And that is where the shift happens. So I'm not going into the deep in the story, but the important aspect is that you need, whatever that happens with your partner, they only facilitate you to bring your darker side into the light. So do not think that because you have a bad relationship, bad marriage, or your relationships are not working, that is where you need to work within yourself, and you will transform this relationship for sure. That is my and this is based on the the principle of 7,000 years ago, which prior to Ishu Christ, those who helped Christ in developing as he is. So those community, those the segment of people who who have laid these seven principles on relationships, and based on these principles, every relationship revolves around, and these are called the reflections. Within, you can look into the reflection and work around with yourself.
Okay. Hi, Nitikar. This is not a reading session. Reading session happens on Monday. This is Manthan. Manthan is churning. It's about a reality check. It's about talking about spirituality, and you will be getting solutions to your life problems. This your question is more about a reading, so I would have to skip this. We can do this on Monday. Monday is a reading session. Today is Manthan with a mistake. I have another beautiful question, and this person is known to me. So he has sent me a message saying that Shri, you had told me that I'm in a karmic relationship, and I agreed. I have been healing also, as you have suggested me to do a healing. But why am I in a karmic relationship? I have been asking you, and you say it's a karmic relationship. So I would want the mystic to answer why am I in a karmic relationship and what is a karmic relationship?
Well, to answer, the karmic relationship is like giving
confirming the karma theory. Well, I am not of the opinion of the karma theory. I have my own different views on karma. So I do not want to open that topic right now. But what exactly Shri meant about a karmic relationship is the relationship which you have attracted in your life. Because there are two ways you can come into the light. Directly work with yourself or look into the reflection and work. So the relationship which you were in was the reflection that you had to work with. And that is what exactly Shri meant by the karmic relationship. Because that is the way you have chosen. If you get into the details as to what happened in your relationship and what are the finer aspects, if you get worked on it, and if you have a courage, come onto my show on the next week and come as she is there as one of the participants. I will dig into the question and we can find out and we can release you of all that karmic patterns that you are in live in front of an audience. So that's the way it is. It is your choice, number one. Secondly, it is that you have to get rid of that karmic patterns. Either you choose from this particular partner or a similar kind of an energy. If you do not work with this particular partner, then the similar kind of an energy will be attracted in your life where you'll have to work with this relationship. So the point is the nature pushes you to evolve and there is a free will. Whether you choose to evolve or you choose not to evolve. If you choose not to evolve, then the harder challenges are given to you. Then the harder and harder and harder things happens in your life. Where at one point you are pushed to the wall. And as you are pushed to the wall, you are compelled to look within and change yourself. Yes.
Okay, I have this wonderful question. Uh,
Nilofer has written something. What is it?
what is who's written? Chaya has written Namaskar.
No, no,
I said
Nilofer.
Nisika has asked for a reading.
Okay, okay. That's fine.
That's happening on Monday. Okay. How do I express my anger and conflict in a relationship? Um, I do not want to express because I am on a different path of my life, but I am not comfortable and I need to express my anger. How do I express my anger and conflict in this relationship? I am on a different path. I do not want to express my anger and conflict, but I need to express my anger and conflict. So, how do I express?
So, in itself, right now, you are expressing your conflict.
Yeah,
No, Manthan.
complicatedly
No, no, no.
complex.
Very simple. Very simple. You are expressing your conflict, and there is nothing wrong about expressing the two sides of you at the same time. Because we set up a standard that this should be done, this should not be done. There is a conflict, and you are reflecting the conflict. It is perfectly acceptable in any given scenario. So when you ask anger and conflict, you need to understand what is the conflict is and what is why do we get angry and what the anger is. The anger is a need that we have, and anger arises out of us only in one condition, and that condition is that you have taken your self-esteem, your self-worth to the lowest, and that's a natural bodily mechanism to raise that energy, to bounce back from that point. because the body cannot accept or the system cannot accept the suppression to that point. So the to balance it, the anger happens. So best way on the anger is to work on oneself, on the self-esteem and self-worth. That is simply, these are not big terminologies. These are what is your idea about yourself as who you are. If you simply write a few lines, you will realize. And if you write these lines and see these lines not in you, in somebody else, and you can see that it's a very low self esteem or a low self worth dialogue that the person is having. So once you realize that you have a low self image, now I'm introducing one more word is an image. That is what you have created with your idea about who you are. And if you change it, slowly your anger will go away. The second anger in your case is about a partner, especially our companion. We get angry only because they reflect some of our darker side of us. And when we see those darker side in another, actually it is a way to get angry on oneself. I don't like this about me. But the fact is that you are that. You need to accept it. So the moment you understand it and accept it, the anger will subside. The third is the conflict part. Conflict is a direction that you want to choose, and both are in opposite directions. And you cannot make a decision as to which direction you should be going to. In case of conflict, you are again, your two mental thought processes are contradicting each other. And that is why you will face with such a kind of a situation out in the outside reality. When you face such a kind of a situation, you need to go back within oneself. But when I say oneself, where is that self? Where do you go? What do you find? That's a vital question. The simplest thing is to see what kind of a response is automatically generated within you. And it happens so fast that you cannot intervene into the process. They are autonomous system. They are the system is an auto response mode, and you have to bring the control back within yourself. That means a kind of a images, kind of a feeling, kind of a what you hear in your mind are automatically reflected because of the stimulus and response system. What do I mean by stimulus and response? Suppose you are fearful of dog. So when dog comes in front of you, that the fear evokes. So it is a stimulus is the dog and the response is the fear. And that is a very automated response that is generated. So to overcome the automated response, the only thing is to slow down. Slow down on your mental faculties, slow down onto your emotional responses. As you slow down, the response changes. How to slow down? To slow down, you have to look everything as you are not a part of it. Somebody is doing something, and you are observing that. So if your name is, what's the name of the person? Acha, name is not there. Okay. He doesn't want to. So whosoever that person is, an X person. So see that X person is doing this. It is not you, I am doing it. It is a third party observation. So If you start observing, you start slowing down. As you slow down, your automated response becomes a controlled response. And that automated stimulus and response mechanism, the loop will be cut off, and you can create a new type of a response within yourself. So, these are the ways in which you can overcome the conflict and anger. And now comes the expression. What is the need of an expression? You said, I don't want to express, but I am pushed to express and I want to express. Now,
So
with the partner
the,
expression,
she says that she is on a different path.
yeah,
So she
whatever
doesn't
path you are,
want
if
to
there is a need
express.
to express, it covers in that. So you are on a one path, and in this path, I should not be doing this. I should not be expressing. That if that is your belief, then you have to check your belief. Expression is very important. You cannot allow your emotions to get stored in your body. It becomes a toxic. And when it becomes toxic, it becomes dis-ease in the body. So do not allow your emotions to be suppressed. If you do not want or do not wish to express, the simple therapy that you can adopt is close the room, start the full music, and just let your body flow with that music. And preferably have an instrumental music, not any songs, and do that practice for half an hour a day, and your the all the toxic emotions that you have stored within yourself will be released. Yeah.
I hope, RD, I have answered your question. Okay. The next question is, can your soul be connected to someone?
Pardon?
Can your soul be connected to someone?
Can your means whose?
The person is asking, can your soul be connected to someone? Means, can his soul be connected to someone?
Yes, it can be connected to anyone. A soul is all connected. The only thing you don't realize that you see the point is what at which vantage point we are looking at it. एक बिल्डिंग है, एक बिल्डिंग के चारों दिशा से अलग अलग नज़ारे दिखते हैं, और उसके कौन से फ्लोर से आप देख रहे हो उससे भी अलग पर्सपेक्टिव दिखता है. Now ये तो बिल्डिंग से you are looking from the building and seeing the perspective. But what if you are looking from the down to the building, the person who is on the 27th floor or 26th floor, and this is a different perspective altogether. So from which perspective you are looking? From the human perspective, if you look, then yes, you are posting a very valid question. But if you have a spiritual perspective, from the level of soul, soul is all connected. All souls are connected. And all souls are connected with everything and anything. And your
Maybe
soul is.
this person is asking about a particular person.
Yes, but I'm giving little wider answer to that. It is perfect. I understand his about the person. So it is if it is a person, then it becomes so can one soul attract another? Yes. If you feel the pull to be connected with somebody, there are a couple of areas that you have to look into it. It's not just that you are attracted to a particular soul. There can be only two reasons for the attraction. It's an internal connection, and you have to learn from each other because the way you live together is the learning.
That's it.
Or the second level of connection is attraction is that you feel attracted toward that soul because that is what you want to become. And that is a power dynamics between both of you. That's an energy dynamics with both of you. So, for example, Srividya, can I take your example? Can I take your name for the example? Okay,
Yeah.
Srividya wants, she's a very passionate lover of Shahrukh Khan, and she made a commitment to herself that as she was a line producer at once upon a time, and now she will become again the line producer. Currently, she is with the Pure Energy. So as a line producer, she made a commitment because she passionately loved Shah Rukh Khan that I want this soul to come onto my set, and then only I will meet him. She had multiple opportunities to meet, but she took 10 years to attract that person into the set, and she did all the personal interaction with him for entire day without revealing that okay, I was your fan to that core. I think you revealed, no? Yes.
I told
So
you.
yeah. So what was the quality that she was attracted to the Shah Rukh Khan? Maybe that was her soul was attracted to that she wanted to become something to change oneself to that level of the consciousness which a heroic effort by any individual did. And that is how she brought a change in herself, being spiritually so evolved in such a short time. So, this is the correlation between the attraction on the different level. The first point of attraction, I've already explained it to you.
This is a little different question. Can spiritual love be referred as rooted in a spiritual connection that helps us find the meaning and purpose in our lives? Is it that is it that these spiritual loves can serve different purposes in our life? As I have been told many times that I will be finding my spiritual love soon.
Start with the first line.
Spiritual love can spiritual love be referred to as love
Stop.
rooted in a
Stop. Rooted in a
spiritual connection?
stop. There is nothing called spiritual love and non spiritual love. Love itself is a spiritual. Why? Because
Right.
that is nature of the love. I mean, nature of the spirit. And nature of the spirit, the nature of the soul has three qualities. One is love, one is peace, and third is joy. So every connection is basically emerging out of thriving towards the state of attending or knowing oneself. And all the love that we talk about is in our expression. Love is always being expressed through us, and we are actually in a journey to find our own soul. And any connection that can lead you to develop your journey or enhance your journey or move forward in knowing your soul, you can call this as a spiritual love. So that's the first part of answer.
Okay.
So there are 2 points which I made. I have negated your concept of the spiritual love, and in the second phase, I have given you the flip side of it, that there is the spiritual love, and both are true. Both are true. I have not contradicted this, and this is the way it is. This is the way of looking from the spiritual perspective. From the intellectual perspective, both are not same, but both are correct. Because in the world, two contrary principles exist, and both are part of the same consciousness. And that is also Buddha have always advocated, which was hardly understood by elites also. He always talked about the middle path. That means the middle path is accepting two contrary paths. It's not something from X and something from Y. So I hope I have answered the first part. What is the second part, Shri?
That does this spiritual love come in your life to teach you lessons, different lessons?
Every relationship comes to your life to grow you, either and grow you spiritually only. There is no one, who just randomly comes. So to answer this question, I always give this example that if when you want to you look at your body, what are the parts that you can look into your body? So just imagine you looking the front portion of your body. You cannot see the back portion of your body. You cannot see your face. You can only see your face in the reflection, either in the water or on the mirror or something which is reflecting. This is a very special mechanism that we have, and this applies even onto the soul. So, where is your soul reflected? You cannot identify and say your soul where it is, what it is doing, and at what time it is operating, and what time your ego is operating. So, to see the reflection of the soul, you have to look into the three areas of your own current reality at that point of time. Because when we see in the mirror, that is the point of time that we see. So, for the soul, the three reflections are the people you are with. It can be you are with a single individual person at that time. It is about the group of collectively, a group of people that you are with at that time. Or, if you are traveling in the bus, there are 45, 50 people unknown to you, but still they reflect your soul and the place that you are in. Whichever place you are in, it's your soul's reflection. And the situation you are in. What is the situation? Situation is you are traveling, or you are in a function, you are in the marriage party, or you are at the funeral. Whatever the situation is, that reflects your soul. So if you look at the three areas at one point of time, that's what your soul is. And you can see your soul in these areas and then reflect back on yourself and work with these areas and change anything externally, irrespective of the beliefs, irrespective of your planetary conditions, irrespective of anything that you are believing in. Because any belief on anything is actually, giving away your powers to something. It is a very good guidance because the system, the astrology, numerology, feng shui, or any of the system, Markaba, or flower of life, or anything that is there, which is helping the consciousness to advance. But we restrict ourselves with the conditioning and the limited belief. We do not use them as a stepping stone. So, reflecting on the soul level and changing your own self is the highest power that you can deal with and operate with, where you don't require anybody. All that you require is just a small sense of understanding and to look into your own reflections and turn back on yourself and change your inner. When you say inner again and again, I'm saying it's not in your heart, it's not in your brain, it's not with the five senses. It is a memory that you have stored. It is an experience that you have tagged as. It is a belief that you carry. And it comes back to you in the form of the you know images, sounds, and feelings automatically. So the basic is to wipe off everything in the memory that you have stored. But you are not wiping the memory, you are wiping the emotional connect and the charge which is making you to respond automatically.
I hope we've answered that question. So this next question seems to be a little very. Today, all the questions are about love. Um, I would want you to ask the mistake master, what do you believe is the people's biggest hindrance in finding true love? As I have still not found my true love. I keep getting dates. I will find this year. I will find the next year. Is it true or I'm just listening to dates?
My sincere advice to you, whosoever is dear friend, just drop all the states because you are chasing the mirage.
So you mean to say true love is not there?
No, 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 no. I don't say that. I don't say that. That's a conclusion you are making it. I believe, I believe that true love is there. How do you distinguish between love and the true love? What is that you are looking for is a partner.
That is the
And
next question.
why is that the partner is not coming? Very now this is universal. What I'm speaking to you is not something individualistic. It is pure. Can you give me a second, please?
Sure.
I'll just connect. Yeah. So I'm just talking about one simple thing, and that is okay. Sorry, I'll connect later. That's a one simple thing is what kind of a partner that you will attract. You are not looking for somebody outside because if we go on accepting the principle of reflection, which is 7,000 year old, it says that first principle is everything is a mirror of who you are.
So would we do this on the live session, like the reflection thing? Is it possible? Would you want to take that up,
No,
please?
no, we will right now our schedule is fixed for till Diwali, and furthermore I don't know, I cannot commit right now. So what we are going to do is very planned for till Diwali, and there is no room in between to talk on. But I'm talking on every live session. We can always take up and nudge all these points. So, to important aspect is the reflection. So, if you go by that principle, we have to look into ourselves. What is that we are reflecting? So, a simple mechanism is that actually you are searching to complete your relationship with your internal images that you have created within yourself about your father and mother. Your primary search is to find that reflection. And if you observe, there is only simple criteria on which you can see in yourself. Okay, if you like a particular type of a person, then either he is opposite to your respective parent, or he will be alike the opposite parent. Now that depends on what belief you are carrying or what image that you are carrying within yourself. So once you complete this aspect, and again, why do we need to do this? This is a soul advancement process. So if you overcome that, and if you that image of the relationship that you are carrying from your childhood, and if you get that dissolved within you, image, your that is the only parameter, or that is the only filter that we have in merging with the God, in merging with the divine. So in that respect, your search is not finding, is that something that you are holding back within yourself. About, if you are a female, you are holding something about your father, and if you are a female, you are holding something about your mother. Again, father.
You're a male, you're
For a
holding
male mother,
something about your name.
that's the way it is. So what I'm laying down is the simple phenomena and the principle on which this system works.
So here, are we talking about like we attract a partner? Like if one of your parent is emotionally unavailable to you, so do we attract a partner like this who is also emotionally unavailable?
Yes, yes. And we want to relive that experience and change the image within. Once you
Okay, so
change that image,
now if X, I mean, if X is attracting a partner who is emotionally unavailable, so probably one of her parent has one of his or her parent has been emotionally unavailable, so the person attracts the same person. So why would somebody want to relive the same experience?
because that's an image you are living. And
So this,
any image
like, I
does
think
not
many
reality.
would want to know this. So
This
is
is your
that the
image which is
person?
created. Wait a minute, Shri. This is an image you have created. And that image has to be, vanished or dismantled.
So you mean to say the person attracts a person like this who is again emotionally unavailable to to him or her, so that he or she can correct the person and relive the experience.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the next question is almost
See,
answered. The person had
see,
asked me.
wait. Let me give you the other part of this. Here the process is not to intellectually understand. Here the process is to transform yourself. And whether even if you don't understand it, the transformation keeps happening all the time. And if you are stuck, you remain stuck in this lifetime. And you have to come back in the next lifetime to overcome that. So it is not because I'm saying it is happening. I'm saying that whatever is happening, I am seeing and I'm talking. So do not take this as my theorem or my work. This was a work shown to me by the esteemed experts. And I have spent years studying this to confirm this. and to join the dots of the several masters speaking about the same thing from a different perspective. And it is something to do with more on self journey and self realization. So do not look this as from the perspective or an viewfinder of an intellectual understanding.
Lovely. So I think the next question you've already answered because the question was, what is the thing that I need to keep in mind when I'm searching for my for a relationship with my dream partner?
See, what is an objective of having a partner? That is
Mhm.
very important in finding. Because if your objective is simple, the find is very easy. It will appear. You don't have to find. The word find will disappear. And he will appear. Just like Krishna never went to find Radha. Radha never went in search with Krishna. It just happened. Because the objective is to just being together. Keep your objective very simple. That I want to be with somebody who can help me evolve myself and I can help him evolve. If this is an objective, it overrides all your previous beliefs. It overrides all the images that you have within yourself. And we have a lot of challenges in people getting married. This is my advice to them, that we set so difficult parameters for universe to find somebody and send it to you. It takes a very long time for universe to do that. So I said, soften your parameters
Okay. So
and make
here,
it
guys, I think we have you have answered the question very beautifully and very delicately. So I guess the person has understood. And with this, I would want you to introduce your piece of work, which is Divya Urja. And I think because I would want you to say something about that and your
some.
Krishna.
See, the Krishna is highest. Most of the people have talked about Krishna. There isn't just anybody who has not talked about Gita or Krishna.
But your perspective is quite different. So I would just
Coming,
want the audience to know
I'm coming,
about it.
coming,
Like
I'm
because the
coming.
title itself, like one of the participant had asked me that what does that actually what do you want to reveal? Your title itself is so intriguing, you know.
Which title are you talking?
The Krishna, darkness, the one which you have
The light
mentioned.
in the
The
darkness.
light in the darkness. How can
Okay,
you say light in the
I have
darkness?
see. There are three important ways to look at everything, and our shastras talk about these three paths. One is the intellectual part, that is Sankhya. With logic, you can attain the highest state of consciousness. Second is bhakti. So, likewise, there are several paths to attain to the level of consciousness. Now, when you attain a level of consciousness, then you can see things or you can know it for sure. All that ideas that you were having about a subject or what was being told to you. So, if I go on the logic, all those who are logically driven people will understand that why that the Krishna was the eighth child. Why the seven children were killed? What is the significance of that kill? What is the significance of Krishna taking birth on Ashtami and in all darkness? and then crossing the river. So there are different dimensions of Krishna. Krishna in childhood, Krishna changing the mother, father, and being with the foster parents, and all that he did. There are several perspectives being said. So there is a new perspective to. I say it's a perspective. I'm not saying this is the. I said you come and experience the truth. And Krishna has given all indications, directions, processes in Gita as to how can you attend Krishna.
Sir, could you just elaborate on this audio program of yours, Krishna, the light and
No,
the
no,
darkness?
let me say. I'm going to talk about it. So let me just say a few lines before that. I'm not in a hurry to talk about that. As you are in a hurry to listen to them. So why the name Krishna is chosen? What is the significance of Krishna representation in black color and blue color? And in Gita, Krishna says and given tools to find Krishna and be in that state. He says he is a Paramatma and he is everywhere and he is within everything. There isn't a place when we are talking, the Krishna is present. So where is the challenge? Where are we searching? Is our search in the right direction? And if you go and search in the right direction, you can find Krishna, you can see Krishna, you can experience Krishna. At least if you cannot do that, the false idea that you are following, that will drop. And that will be my attempt in my audio program which I'm doing, Krishna the Light Within. That is on 18th, on Krishna Janmashtami. You can be the part of that program. Find my link. I'm not saying my link is, I'm going to post it. It's very easy. It's on my Facebook page. It'll be coming on all social medias. Very easy to find. ppurenergy.com is there. So it is not an, you will really see the Krishna darshan. You will really see. It's not that idol Krishna that you want to see. That's a representation. If you go by the description of what Krishna says about himself in Gita, it is Anant. And our brain is not conditioned to perceive Anant. And it says about Sthita Pragnata. It says about the, how to balance all your karmas, how to create no karmas, how not to create karmas. So these are the subject that I'm going to discuss and talk about in that. And it's about getting into that state and the scientific realm of it. All our master, all our people who talked about the Bhagavad Gita or created Bhagavad Gita or created Bhagavad and Ramayana and Vedas and Puranas, they knew the science and they have imbibed the science in all the stories and metaphors. That's the beauty, because the common man cannot understand science. They know only, it's a simple way to understand is bhakti rasa. So involving all the faculties of Sankhya, Yoga, The word, for example, the word योगक्षेम वहाम्यम, that says, मैं, कृष्ण कहता है कि मैं तुम्हारा योग और क्षेम मैं चलाऊंगा। तो फिर हम इतनी जिद्दोजहद करते क्यों हैं? कृष्ण जब कमिटमेंट देता है, मैंने मांगा नहीं है, कृष्ण ने दिया है। योग का अर्थ ये नहीं है। योग इज योर यूनियन विथ मी। ही इज टेकिंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सो how come that we are stuck in life? The simplest example I can give, we are stuck in life only and only because we are away from ourselves. And it's like a finger. If your finger is away from you, you will feel pain. If it is cut, what happens? It is taken away. So pain is there. Anything it is where you are taken away from, you will feel pain. But the fact is that all is within you. So that's all about the Krishna and that aspect of your question.
Okay. So I guess we will wrap it up today. So all those who want to join the audio program,
Find
should
the link. Find the link.
find the link. Should I post it here? It'd be
No,
easy for them. No?
find on
Let
any
them
of my
find.
social media. Find on any of my social media or on my website ppureenergy.com.
Okay.
Or just connect to
So
you.
then, all
You can
right.
say
So all those who want to be a part of Krishna, the light and the darkness, can definitely. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There are a lot of compliments about this whole program that we're doing. So, guys, please do send in your questions because your questions are very important and they create a lot of new interaction. Manthan is all about churning and getting out, like how we got the nectar after churning is what is the actually the process that we are doing in Manthan. So Manthan is an initiative where I invite the mystic right in front of you. It's trust me, it's not very easy to get this magic man
no, it's
on,
very easy to get me. I
really.
deny this.
It's not very easy unless you're not destined to meet him, you won't. But
Yeah,
if you're
that's where I
destined to meet
this,
him, if you're destined to meet him, trust me, nothing can stop you from meeting him. Because I have been working with him from last 7 years, and trust me, every day has been a magical experience with this person. Like when people tell me that Shri, you're magic, I said, you have not seen the man who has created the magic. So like he is like to just be very precise, there was this out of the blue, like there are people who just come out of the blue and they're like, Shri, this is the thing, and I know exactly, like, okay, why they have come here. I like, okay, now we need to take up this case and this is going to be taken here and this is how it goes. Things happen magically, trust me. I'm not claiming stars and moon, but if you really stuck in kind of life situations where you don't know which way to go, you can bank on it, trust me.
thank you.
And I have seen magics happening live. Especially in our Divya Shakti program, we have a process
Can
called
I take the
Shakti
leave?
Manthan.
Can I take the leave?
Are you planning to go? So we have a process called Shakti Manthan where live your problems are solved. So Divya Shakti is happening in Mumbai in September, right? 10th, 11th, 12th. And Divya Shakti is happening in Hyderabad also. So guys who wants to join us, be a part of Keep Your Energy. please connect to me on 703-901-1755. You can follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. We are there. So thank you very much for being joining with us. And जब भी ये वीडियो देखें आपका दिन beautiful, शुभ, magical और wonderful हो. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic, fabulous, magical, marvelous day.